Good everyone, in this video today we have a rare vehicles episode on the TB-3M-17-32, or as me and Harry like to christen this thing, which we still haven't done a video together, Harry, by the way, Stalin's 747. This is one of the most interesting aircraft in the game, to put it simply. And one positive note is it does have a higher top speed than the freaking Po-2, and it can actually kill bases, so hopefully we should be alright in that regard. So the TB-3 is probably one of the most memed about bombers, both in its interesting development history and its war thunder history. But to put it simply, this thing is gigantic for its BR. As you can tell, it makes the poor little mechanics down there look absolutely tiny in comparison. This thing is huge. It's pretty well armed as well, with multiple DA machine guns, even though these guns kind of suck. I'm not going to lie, I wish these were Shakas. But these machine guns are all over the top. They're even in these little bins down at the bottom of the frame. It is very large, but obviously there are a few downsides. Number one is, well, obviously I mentioned the armaments, I'm not going to include that. The first one is the engines. These are Michelin M17s with just 730 horsepower each. Now, that sounds like a lot. You push in, what, 20 horsepower in total, but bear in mind how large and how big the bomb loads can be on this thing, so bear that one in mind. Combine that, of course, with the crappy machine guns. This is going to be interesting to say the least. But where the TB-3 does make up in its regard is its insane bomb loads. As you can see here, 12 250 kilogram bombs, then 4 500 kilogram bombs and 4 250s, or 24 100 kilogram bombs. All I'll say is expect me and Harry to likely do something with this in the future. We'll probably do like a Stalin 747 flying in formation or something. I don't know, we'll probably figure it out. But yeah, this thing is absolutely massive. It's got no armor whatsoever, and it is slow. It only has a top speed of around 110 miles per hour, which is about 20 miles an hour faster than the Po-2, so I suppose that's something, but we're not really going to be able to outrun anything, and our guns aren't going to do a huge amount of damage, but given the burst mass, we should have a bit of a higher chance. The only problem is, though, is if you look inside there, the canopy just looks like... Let's put it this way, if they're having to put armrests on an open-top cockpit, it's not exactly going to be stellar for the crew. But given our massive bomb load and decent coverage, we should be okay in this regard. But I'm fairly certain people are looking forward to the next aircraft, not just seeing this thing in action. But, well, the I-29 can at least do my dailies now, or the first one, so that's at least something. Without further ado, let's get in and let's get cracking. Hopefully this is going to be a good one, because I'm always looking forward to this plane, and I was quite eager to really get this thing going in terms of its capabilities and stuff. But fingers crossed we can actually do something for this thing. Anyway, I'll leave you all to it, and I'll see you in the first match. And welcome to the first game. We actually get a pretty alright map for us, although it's a bit big for this sort of plane, but I've had worse. This should be interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really play this thing very much, because obviously it's rank 1, it's 1.3, it doesn't count as an event vehicle, otherwise it'd be in that series. And I got this when you had the choice of unlocking this or the KV-1B. The KV-1B crops up more. This really, really doesn't. Like, I don't think this thing's ever been available since that event, so... But as you can tell, this thing is absolutely huge. We even get contrails because we spawn that high. But it is kind of ridiculous how big this thing is, and I was going to go into like detail about the history of this thing, but, well, there's too much to talk about. The fact that this thing was modified to be basically an aircraft carrier of the skies, where it could carry I-16s and I-15s and I-5s on its wings, under the fuselage, and replacing bombs. Like, it was ridiculous, the amount of things that they did with this thing. And to put it simply, I would love to have a variant of the TB-3 with the I-16 fighters, where the game would fly this thing, like fly the TB-3 for you, using AI, like just fly it in a straight line, but keep the gunners active, and then have it so that you can operate each I-16 individually with their guns, their bombs, etc. But they would count as player kills, so to speak, and you'd still have to shoot down the TB-3 in order to win the game. That would just be pretty funny, and, like, come on. Who would not want to do that with this big, massive behemoth? I'm just going to lower the throttle a little bit, and hopefully we can make sure our engines don't over-rev, because that would be embarrassing. So down there we have a CR-42 from Germany. I'm hoping that the guy isn't too experienced, because those things can be quite dangerous in good hands. Not as dangerous as an F3F, but that's besides the point. Okay, let's see if we can line up alongside this Doe 17. Excuse me. Yep, he's running away from us. That's quite funny. So let's turn for the B-18. Okay, gunners, swing it round, buddy. Just trying to get the lead in. It's been a while. And as you can see, these guns are just very weak sauce. Yeah, we have 6 guns, but yeah, these guns are just weak, unfortunately. But luckily, we have a decent crew on this thing, so we can just let our teammate get some hits in with his machine guns, and we can go and have some fun. Like, this thing is just fun, okay? We're not here to play this thing seriously. I mean, we've got a B-3C backing us up, who's in fighter mode. What's my gunner shooting at? Okay, P-36. Okay, he's shooting through the bin itself. This is just stupid. Okay, P-36 appears to be targeting me, which is annoying, but unfortunately it's what we have to deal with. He's already shooting, so let's see if we can drop the nose a bit, throw his aim off. Come on. Ow, you hit my canopy. Roll, roll. So the thing is, this thing's so big, it can hit us quite easily. There we go. That's a kill. And we even got a kill assist on the B... okay, no, the B-3C bloody rammed it. Gotta love teammates. See, you can just have so much fun with this thing. It's not even funny. Like, I'm sorry, but who goes around intercepting planes using a TB-3? No one, because hardly anyone has this bloody thing. But from what I've heard, I think the 500s drop individually now. So we're about to find out. Obviously, I'm not going to bomb the airfield because I'm too low for that now, I think. We could try climbing after we get rid of our bombs a little bit, but I think that's too risky because obviously this thing does not have a great climb rate even without bombs. So I think the safe option is just kill the 2 bases and then go for some ground targets. Like I said though, you could just have a lot of fun. I'm just going to check that guy out. Sort of glad he's gone. I mean, I'm not afraid of a CR-42 in this, but that's besides the point. So here you can see the bomb site. As you can tell, it takes a while to get this thing into position. Like, the bombs are pretty much dropping right where my guns are pointing. And yeah, this is not exactly going to be a quick aircraft, but like, we've taken wing damage and we're still going faster than a Po-2. Like, come on. We're doing alright here. Nearly to target. I'm not joking, this is real time. I'm not speeding the footage up. I mean, speeding the footage up wouldn't really do much anyway, because, you know. Plus, I'd be talking really fast if that was the case. Although some people say I do already, but we'll gloss over that. So let's see if the 500s drop individually now. They do! Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so, in that case, Since they drop individually, we should be able to take out the 2 remaining bases with just 2 bombs, in theory. I think it's 1,500 for a base at this BR. I don't bloody remember. There's, like I said, I don't use this thing. Yeah, it is 1,500. Sweet. That's even better. So all that's left is that poor sod down there who's having a very bad day at the office because he's been attacked by an I-15, a Ki-32, and about to be 2 gladiators. So for obvious reasons, we're not going to bomb the airfield because that's just going to take the mick, and, well, that's also quite a risk anyway because anti-aircraft guns will shoot you down no matter which altitude it feels like you're at. But that's okay because we can just go a little bit lower. Not too close to the airfield though. I'm going to turn away a little bit and we can then go bomb that base, go for some ground targets and hopefully have a nice pleasant flight because this thing is kind of slow and having that luxury is kind of beneficial. But yeah, this thing is quite rare, so like I don't expect this thing to be coming back anytime soon. But like the simple fact of the matter is it's fun. You can have just a blast with it. I'm gonna start lowering my altitude a bit more now. But like I said, it's just fun. I don't drag it out very often. Ow! That made me jump. Jesus Christ. It's because this thing's such a big target. That's what made me jump. Jesus Christ. Whew! I got the heart rate ticking. Don't worry, the hole in the wing is cosmetic. Because the damage didn't actually do anything. But as you can see, this thing can actually dive well enough for what it is and what it's constructed of. Power back on. And then we can go for some ground targets and start bombing stuff with humongous bombs for this BR. I mean, for later BRs it's nothing, but you get my point. Let's drop it on the water tower and then everyone can piss themselves whilst having a bit of shrapnel go in their freaking toilet or something. Alright, nice and gentle, because this thing is still made of wood and other assorted materials, so we need to be careful. I'll switch to the 250s now. Bomb has hit its marks, that's good. Nice and gentle. Power back on. And I'll drop the bomb around about there-ish. Make sure I don't clap my own bomb, that'd be embarrassing. So the only player that's left looks to be a Catalina, which is fine. I can deal with that, because I'm just going to go for ground targets for the rest of the match. And the bomb missed, because of the armoured car picking up speed. Wonderful. But that's fine, because guess what? Those bin guns do actually work on ground targets. So we're going to do that. And like I said, we're just going to mess around for the rest of the match, so why the hell not? I see a nice big clump of ground targets up ahead, so that's what I'm going to switch to 500 for. So let's see if we can get... No, guns are too high up for that. That's unfortunate. But now we can line this big behemoth up. And we're about to drop a 500 right in their lap. I'm sure this will do something. Looks like they're having a bit of a traffic jam. Historically accurate given how crap Germans were for driving. Bombs hit their mark. And skadoosh. I love this thing. It's not the best grinder and it's definitely not the most consistent, but the simple fact of the matter is you can just have so much fun with this thing. And not only that, with bleeding tickets and a TB-3 dropping massive parcels on their head. Who wouldn't want to do this? Looks like the Sea Gladiator is getting involved with the help. One. I'm going to say about there. You've stopped. No, that one didn't do it. That one should. And boom, we even got the armoured car. Nice. Okay, roll the plane over. And AC-130 TB-3 style. Like I said, these guns kind of suck, but the fact that you can do AC-130 maneuvers in this is kind of ridiculous. We've still got a 500 left, so I'm going to drop that on the 2 armoured cars there, which are just in front of me. The team is attacking the Catalina, which is good. So I'm going to drop it right near that armoured car at the front, and hopefully the blast radius should kill both of them. But we need to move, because otherwise we're going to blow ourselves up, which can very much happen. Oh, yeah, that's exactly why. I thought we was going to get both, but we didn't. Oh well, that is game. And we even got the last one using AC-130 maneuvers. I'm sorry, but if you can just take this thing out and have fun like that, who would not want to do that? Oh, and in tradition, I have to see what we get out of the box. Please do not be something crap. Harry can have the talisman if it is one. It is not. It is a bunch of backups on vehicles I don't use. And thank you, Gaijin. Well, that really summarizes the TB3, doesn't it? This thing is a lot of fun. And I will say, whilst obviously the turrets are not the best, as you saw against that P36, the simple fact of the matter is this thing is fun, it's rare, and every time you take it out, you can have a laugh. And it's not every day you can AC-130 a German truck with a freaking TB3 bomber, so there you go. Next up in the series is, of course, the I-29, which I'm sure people will be looking forward to me dragging this thing out again. Now, I know it's at rank 2, but obviously this thing will not be getting a re-review because, well, you can't really get it anymore. So there's no point me putting the effort in and re-reviewing it. If you want me to, let me know. I'll do it, but I don't really see a point. Anyway, I'll leave you all to it for today, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the TB3 in action, and I will see you all on the next one.